Hi everybody, it's Ranger John, and I'm here at the boatyard with David Jones, Charlestown Landing Shipwright. And we're going to take a look at how the Adventure got on shore, and then at some of the maintenance tasks that are being performed this year. After reaching the boatyard, the first priority was to get the Adventure out of the water and up on the hard, as the land area of a boatyard is known. For this endeavor, boatyard staff used a travel lift, a remote-operated motorized crane with 4 wheels and 2 sets of straps, to raise the boat out of the slip and then drive it to a designated spot in the yard. Here, the keel, or backbone of the vessel, was placed on blocks to keep it up off the ground, and the hull was stabilized with a dozen boat stands. The next order of business was tending to the exterior hull beneath the waterline, which was pressure washed and inspected before being painted red with 2 coats of a special marine anti-foulant. Topside, an area that needs significant work, is the quarterdeck, the elevated section of the deck at the back of the boat. Here, water damage has compromised most of the floorboards, and David has been removing them by hand. He'll replace them with these 1-inch thick longleaf pine boards currently being stored in the cargo hold.
That's all salvaged material from old factory buildings, etc.
On the day of my visit, David was working on resealing the seams between certain planks. This process entailed removing the old caulking materials, strips of cotton and oakum, which is tarred hemp fiber, before tacking in new material with flat-headed reaming irons and a wooden mallet. Finally, he completed the seal by applying seam compound with a putty knife.
Seam compound, white for above the waterline, red for below.
David was also working on repairing rotten sections of the whales, the thick strakes fastened to the vessel's hull to strengthen and protect it. Here he had to chisel out the decayed matter and replace it with precisely cut wooden patches. Afterwards, he repainted the whales, and they look as good as new. The Adventure is scheduled to return to the park in early March, and repairs to the weather deck will be finished up here. This should only take a few weeks, so the boat should be ready to reopen by the end of the month.